Welcome, fellow collector, to the fascinating world of the Lincoln wheat cent. This humble penny, a fixture of American pockets for a half-century, holds a universe of history, artistry, and rarity within its small bronze frame. From common pocket change to legendary condition rarities, this iconic series offers a rewarding pursuit for enthusiasts of every level, blending historical significance with the thrill of the hunt. Let's delve into the story of one of America's most beloved coins. First coin. The 1939 Lincoln wheat cent stands as a monumental pillar in American numismatics, representing far more than its modest face value would suggest. For dedicated collectors, this particular issue is a cornerstone of the beloved Lincoln series, bridging the early classic designs with the modern era of coin collecting. Its appeal is multifaceted, rooted in its historical position on the cusp of a global conflict, its surprising complexity in terms of varieties, and the exceptional beauty it displays in preserved, high-grade specimens. Today, demand for this coin remains consistently strong, driven by series collectors completing sets, condition specialists seeking gem examples, and historians appreciating its pre-war context, ensuring it is perpetually sought after in the hobby. Historically, the 1939 cent was struck during a period of cautious optimism within a nation still emerging from the Great Depression, but increasingly aware of the gathering storms in Europe. It was the final year of the relatively stable 1930s designs before wartime composition changes, and eventually, the permanent replacement of the wheat ears reverse in 1959. This coin does not commemorate a specific event, but rather encapsulates an era, minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Lincoln cent series itself, initiated in 1909 to mark the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, had by 1939 become a deeply ingrained piece of American daily life, making coins from this period tangible relics of a transformative decade. Visually, the coin is a masterpiece of enduring American coinage art. The obverse features Victor David Brenner's iconic profile of a stately Abraham Lincoln, a design that has remained for over a century. The reverse showcases the twin wheat ears, symbolizing American agricultural prosperity. What makes the 1939 issue particularly special in high grades is the potential for spectacular, frosty luster and sharply defined details, especially on the wheat stalks and Lincoln's beard. On certain mint-marked varieties, the surfaces can exhibit a brilliant, almost satin-like sheen in mint state conditions, a testament to the quality of the striking process at the time. The coin's modest 19 diameter in 95% copper composition belies the significant artistic impact it carries. Rarity for the 1939 cent is not defined by an overall low mintage, but rather by condition and specific, dramatic varieties. While hundreds of millions were struck, the number that survived in uncirculated gem-quality condition is a tiny fraction. The true pinnacle of rarity for this date, however, lies in two key areas: the 1939D boldly doubled die obverse and the 1939S the DDO variety, where the obverse lettering and date show clear doubling, is a famous and coveted error. The 1939S, from the San Francisco Mint, has the lowest mintage of the three issues and is notably more challenging to find in high grades, making it the key to the series for that year. In the realm of professional grading, a jump from MS65 to MS66 or MS67 can mean the difference between a common uncirculated coin and a true numismatic treasure. The market value for a standard 1939 cent in circulated grades is minimal, but for certified, high-end examples, prices ascend dramatically. A common 1939 Philadelphia issue in pristine MS67 red condition can command prices in the range of $1,500 to $2,500, a testament to the premium placed on perfection. The 1939S, due to its scarcity in top grades, sees values beginning around $3,000 for an MS-65 and escalating sharply from there. The crown jewel, however, is the 1939D double die obverse. Even in lower grades, this variety is valuable, but in certified mint state, prices are formidable. An example graded MS-63 brown might fetch around $4,000, while a radiant MS-65 red can easily reach $15,000 or more, shattering our stated range and underscoring its elite status. These figures are anchored in consistent auction results and dealer price guides. For collectors pursuing this coin, expertise and caution are paramount. First, identify your goal, a high-grade example of a common mint or the pursuit of a key variety like the 39S or the DDO. Learning to identify the doubling on the DDO, particularly on the date "In God We Trust" and "Liberty," is crucial, as counterfeits and lesser machine doubling exist. Always seek coins certified by top-tier grading services like PCGS or NGC. Their encapsulation guarantees authenticity and provides a reliable assessment of condition, which is absolutely critical for value. For a coin like the 1939S in MS-65, the difference between a market-accepted grade and a conservative one can mean thousands of dollars. When acquiring a high-value 1939 cent, strategy is key. Reputable numismatic auction houses often offer the finest examples, though prices can be competitive. Established dealers with strong reputations provide security and expertise, often at a slight premium. Engaging with numismatic communities, both online and at coin shows, can provide valuable market intelligence and potential leads. For storage, keep the certified holder in a stable, climate-controlled environment, safe from physical shocks and excessive humidity. For raw coins, though acquiring them raw at this level is not recommended, archival quality holders are essential, with an immediate plan for professional grading. In conclusion, the 1939 Lincoln wheat cent is a deceptively complex and profoundly significant issue that offers something for every level of collector. Its historical context as a final pre-war coin, its beautiful and familiar design, and its challenging varieties create a compelling numismatic narrative. Beyond its metal content, it embodies a slice of American history and the enduring legacy of its designers. For the investor, high-grade examples, particularly of the key San Francisco issue and the famed double die, have demonstrated strong appreciation over time, supported by fundamental scarcity. For the enthusiast, it represents an achievable piece of numismatic excellence, a coin that rewards diligent study and passionate pursuit, ensuring its place in cabinets and collections for generations to come. Next coin. The 1941 Lincoln wheat cent occupies a fascinating and somewhat paradoxical space in American numismatics, being both abundantly common and yet capable of reaching extraordinary valuations. For the discerning collector, this issue represents the last full year of the classic wheat reverse design struck before the United States entered World War II, imbuing it with a quiet, final year of peacetime significance. Its primary appeal lies not in overwhelming scarcity, but in the relentless pursuit of condition rarity and the dramatic premiums commanded by pristine, gem examples. The market for a 1941 cent in truly superlative states of preservation is remarkably robust, driven by registry-set competitors and specialists who demand perfection, transforming this humble 1-cent piece into a 4-figure prize. Minted in a world on the brink, the 1941 cent's historical context is deeply poignant. Production occurred as America transitioned from the lingering shadows of the Depression into a wartime economy, though the attack on Pearl Harbor lay months in the future. This coin, produced in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, circulated alongside the first headlines of the conflict in Europe and Asia. It is a tangible artifact of the final moments of relative normalcy, a piece of pocket change that would soon see its zinc-coated steel successors struck in 1943 as copper was diverted to the war effort. Thus, the 1941 issue stands as the last of its kind in a long, unbroken lineage of bronze cents, a silent sentinel to the end of an era. Aesthetically, the coin showcases the mature beauty of Victor David Brenner's enduring design. The obverse portrait of Lincoln exhibits fine details in high grade, particularly in the lines of the hair and the folds of the coat. On the reverse, the wheat ears stand bold and full. What sets apart a premium 1941 cent is the quality of its luster and surface preservation. The coins from this year, particularly from the Philadelphia Mint, can exhibit a stunning, satiny to slightly frosty luster that is highly prized. In the highest grades, the surfaces are free of the myriad contact marks that plague most circulated, and even many uncirculated specimens, allowing the original mint bloom and rich, original copper-red color to shine through with breathtaking effect. Rarity for the 1941 cent is almost exclusively a function of grade. With massive mintages across all three facilities, finding a 1941 cent is simple. Finding one in gem mint state 67 red or higher is a significant challenge. The attrition rate from circulation was immense, and even coins saved in rolls often suffered from bag marks and friction. True condition rarities, particularly in the MS68 red and MS69 red categories, are exponentially scarcer. While no major double die varieties exist for this date that command widespread five-figure premiums, there are subtle repunched mint mark varieties on some Denver issues that attract specialists. The true competition is for numerical grading supremacy, where populations thin dramatically at the top tiers. The market value for a typical circulated 1941 cent is minimal, but for certified superlative examples, the price curve is extremely steep. A 1941 Philadelphia issue in MS67 red is a substantial coin, often trading between $1,200 and $1,800. However, the market for gem-quality specimens accelerates rapidly. An example graded MS68 red by a major service can see values in the range of $4,000 to $5,500, with exceptional eye appeal or pedigree potentially driving it higher. The 1941D and 1941S, while slightly scarcer in high grades, generally follow a similar valuation pattern, with premium prices reserved for the absolute finest known examples. Prices in this elite tier are firmly established by competitive public auctions and private treaty sales among advanced collectors. For collectors targeting this coin, the absolute priority must be on condition and independent certification. Pursue only examples encapsulated by PCGS or NGC, as the market confidence in their grading standards is essential for such a condition-sensitive issue. Carefully study the coin within the holder. Look for vibrant, original color, whether full red, red-brown, or brown, and a sharp strike. Avoid coins with distracting marks on Lincoln's cheek or in the fields, or those with dull or over-cleaned surfaces. For the 1941 cent, the difference between an MS66 and an MS67 can represent a triple or quadruple increase in value, making the grader's opinion paramount. Knowledgeable collectors often pay premiums for coins with exceptional eye appeal, even within the same technical grade. Acquisition strategies should focus on venues catering to high-end collectors. Major national coin auctions are the primary marketplace for coins in MS68 condition and above. Establishing relationships with reputable dealers who specialize in Lincoln cents or top-quality copper can provide access to pieces before they hit the open market. Collector networks and registry set communities are also valuable resources, as participants often upgrade their holdings, offering previous top-tier coins for sale. When securing such a valuable copper coin, proper storage is non-negotiable. Even within its slab, it should be kept in a climate-stable environment away from direct light to preserve its delicate surface color and luster. In the broader landscape of Lincoln cent collecting, the 1941 issue serves as a brilliant benchmark for what condition rarity means. It teaches that overwhelming mintage figures are irrelevant when pursuing the pinnacle of state of preservation. This coin's value is a direct tribute to the patience and skill required to preserve a soft copper coin in flawless condition for over 8 decades. It appeals not only to Lincoln cent specialists, but also to collectors of first year of issue sets for the 1940s and those fascinated by pre-war Americana. Ultimately, the 1941 Lincoln wheat cent embodies a powerful numismatic principle. True rarity is often created not at the mint, but by the passage of time and the rigors of survival. Its historical significance as a final pre-war bronze coin, combined with its stunning potential visual appeal in gem grades, secures its enduring desirability. While accessible in lower grades to every beginner, its most pristine specimens represent a serious and valuable collecting achievement. For the investor, top population examples have shown steady appreciation, underpinned by their inherent scarcity and constant demand from a dedicated collector base, ensuring its status as a copper classic for generations to come. Next coin. Among the many dates in the Lincoln cent series, the 1942 D holds a particularly enigmatic and coveted position. It is widely recognized by advanced collectors as one of the key condition rarities of the entire wheat ears era, a coin whose substantial mintage belies its extraordinary scarcity in pristine, gem-uncirculated grades. This disparity between the number struck and the number preserved in high condition creates a powerful and enduring demand, making it a centerpiece for specialists building top-tier sets. Its allure is not rooted in a dramatic error, but in a quiet, profound scarcity of quality, driving seasoned collectors into intense competition whenever a superb example surfaces on the market. The historical context of the 1942 D cent is intrinsically tied to the monumental shift of the American home front during World War II. Struck at the Denver Mint in the tumultuous year of 1942, this coin represents a transitional period in both metallic composition and national purpose. While the coin itself retains the standard 95% copper, 5% tin, and zinc composition, its production occurred as the U.S. Treasury was actively experimenting with alternative metals to conserve copper for the war effort. By the end of the year, the familiar bronze cent would be replaced by the steel-coated zinc version for 1943. Thus, the 1942 D stands as one of the last traditional bronze coins minted in Denver before this historic change, a final echo of pre-war normality from the Rocky Mountain Mint. In terms of design, the coin carries the familiar visage of Abraham Lincoln by Victor David Brenner on the obverse and the twin wheat stalks on the reverse. Its distinctiveness emerges from its striking characteristics and surface quality. Many 1942 D cents are known for being struck from somewhat worn dies, often resulting in a slightly weak impression, particularly on Lincoln's cheekbone and the wheat heads. Consequently, a specimen with a sharp, bold strike is the first and most important criterion for a premium coin. Furthermore, examples with fully original, lustrous surfaces displaying a vibrant copper red or rich reddish-brown color are exceptionally sought after, as the Denver Mint coins of this period were often subject to bag marks and handling that detracted from their eye appeal. The rarity of the 1942 D in high grade is a legendary chapter in numismatics. With a mintage of over 206 million pieces, it is abundantly common in circulated grades. However, the survival rate in mint state condition, particularly above MS65 red, is astonishingly low. This is attributed to the realities of wartime coinage. Vast quantities were released directly into circulation to support a booming economy, with little thought given to saving pristine rolls for collectors. Furthermore, The coins were often roughly handled and shipped in canvas bags, leading to numerous contact marks. Today, the population reports from major grading services show a dramatic cliff-like drop in numbers as one ascends the grading scale, with gem examples being genuine rarities. This severe condition rarity directly fuels the coin's formidable market value. While a circulated 1942D is worth only a few cents, and even an average uncirculated example might bring $500 to $1,000, the market for gems is in an entirely different realm. A 1942D, graded MS65 red by PCGS or NGC, consistently trades in the range of $2,500 to $3,500. For the even scarcer MS66 red examples, prices readily escalate to between $4,500 and $6,000, with auction results sometimes pushing higher for coins with exceptional color and strike. There are no prominent die varieties that significantly alter this valuation structure. The premium is purely for the combination of grade, eye appeal, and the immense difficulty of locating such a specimen. For any collector aspiring to own a high-grade 1942D, rigorous due diligence is non-negotiable. The paramount rule is to only consider examples certified by PCGS or NGC. The grading is everything, and market acceptance is key. When evaluating a certified coin, look beyond the numeric grade to the actual eye appeal. Prioritize a sharp strike on Lincoln's cheek and the wheat ears, and seek out original surfaces with attractive, unblemished color. Be wary of coins that appear washed out, overly abrasive, or show signs of artificial tunning or cleaning, as these factors severely diminish value and collectability. Knowledge of the look of a true gem 1942D is gained through studying auction archives and museum collections. Acquiring such a key coin demands engagement with the upper echelons of the numismatic marketplace. Reputable major auction houses are the most likely venue for high-grade 1942D to appear, offering both transparency and competitive bidding that establishes fair market value. Specialized coin dealers with expertise in Lincoln cents or 20th century rarities are also critical contacts, as they often have access to private collections. Networking within collector societies, such as the Lincoln Cent Collectors Club, can provide invaluable leads and advice. Once acquired, the certified holder itself provides excellent protection, but the slab should be stored in a cool, dry, and dark environment to safeguard the delicate copper surfaces from any potential environmental harm. The 1942D cent status elevates it beyond a mere date in an album. It is a benchmark of sophistication for a Lincoln cent collection. Its presence signals a commitment to quality over mere completeness. It challenges the collector to understand the nuanced stories of minting operations, wartime pressures, and survival rates that define true numismatic rarity. This coin appeals deeply to those who appreciate the hunt for the exceptional specimen within a common series, a pursuit that requires patience, substantial resources, and a refined eye. In summary, the 1942D Lincoln Wheat Cent is a masterpiece of conditional scarcity, a coin whose value is a direct testament to the brutal attrition of time and circulation. Its historical significance as a final bronze issue from Denver before the steel cent era adds a layer of poignancy to its collectability. While it remains accessible to all in worn grades, its gem uncirculated representatives are blue-chip numismatic assets, coveted and traded among serious collectors. Its market value, solidly established in the thousands of dollars for top-tier examples, reflects a permanent and well-documented demand, ensuring its place as one of the most respected and valuable regular-issue Lincoln cents ever struck. Next coin. The 1945 Lincoln Wheat Cent is a coin of profound historical resonance, marking the final year of World War II and serving as a humble yet powerful numismatic artifact from the dawn of the post-war era. For collectors, its appeal extends beyond mere chronology. It represents a key date in the wheat series due to a specific and famous error variety that catapults an otherwise common issue into the realm of five-figure rarities. While millions were struck, the hunt for the exceptional condition rarity, or the famed 1945 Micro S variety, generates sustained and focused demand, making it a coin of both widespread interest and elite specialization within the hobby. Historically, this coin circulated during one of the most momentous years of the 20th century. Minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco as Allied forces advanced on Berlin and later celebrated VJ Day. These cents were in the pockets of Americans on the home front during victory parades and the hopeful beginnings of peacetime transition. They are the immediate successors to the wartime steel cents of 1943 and the zinc-coated steel and shell-case bronze hybrid issues of 1944, representing a full return to the standard pre-war bronze alloy, 95% copper, 5% tin and zinc. Thus, the 1945 cent symbolizes a return to normalcy and the enduring legacy of Lincoln's image through a period of immense national sacrifice and triumph. The coin's design is the familiar and cherished work of Victor David Brenner. In high-grade examples, particularly from the Philadelphia Mint, the 1945 issue can exhibit a splendid, satiny luster and sharp definition. The wheat ears on the reverse are often well detailed, and Lincoln's portrait shows fine lines in the hair and coat. However, the unique feature that defines this date's numismatic legend is found only on some San Francisco Mint coins, the Micro S mint mark. On these rare varieties, this mint mark is dramatically smaller and differently shaped than the standard larger S used for most of the year. This was caused by the use of a puncheon intended for a different denomination, creating an error of immense collector interest. Rarity for the 1945 cent is a tale of two distinct paths. The first is the extreme condition rarity of the Philadelphia issue in gem grades. Despite a huge mintage, superb MS-67 red and higher examples are remarkably scarce, as few were saved from circulation in pristine state. The second and more famous path is the variety rarity of the 1945 S, Micro S. This variety is estimated to constitute only a tiny fraction of the San Francisco mintage, making it genuinely rare in any condition and exceedingly so in high grades. Its discovery and subsequent authentication have made it one of the most celebrated modern variety discoveries in Lincoln cent collecting. The market value for a regular 1945 cent in MS-67 red condition is substantial for a Philadelphia issue, typically ranging from $1,800 to $2,500. The standard 1945 S in a similar grade might command $2,200 to $3,800. However, the 1945 S, Micro S, exists in a completely different financial stratum. Even in lower circulated grades, this variety can be valued at over $4,000. In uncirculated condition, the prices soar. A mint state example can easily command $6,000 to $8,000, and the finest known specimens, graded MS-66 red or higher, have realized prices well in excess of $15,000 at auction, completely transcending the general range for the date and highlighting its unique status. For collectors, the most critical advice is one of vigilant identification and expert verification. When examining any 1945 S cent, one must immediately scrutinize the mint mark. The Micro S is distinctly smaller, with a different serif style, and should be compared directly to authenticated images or reference coins. Given the high stakes, purchasing any potential Micro S, raw or unattributed, is extremely risky. The only prudent approach is to acquire examples already certified and attributed as such by PCGS or NGC. For high-grade regular issues, the importance of third-party grading cannot be overstated, as the difference of a single point on the Sheldon scale represents a massive financial difference. Strategic acquisition of a key 1945 cent requires engaging with specialized markets. The Micro S variety is typically offered in major national auctions, where its rarity is properly presented and contested. For high-grade Philadelphia examples, reputable dealers specializing in Lincoln cents or top-quality copper are essential resources. Building a relationship with such experts can provide access to coins before wide publication. Collector forums and clubs dedicated to Lincoln cents are invaluable for education and networking, often providing early alerts to new discoveries or sales. Proper storage for these copper treasures, even slabbed, involves a stable, dry environment away from harsh light to preserve their delicate surfaces. The 1945 cent's dual nature, a common date with an ultra-rare variety, makes it a compelling study in numismatic focus. It teaches collectors that thorough examination of even the most ubiquitous coins can yield extraordinary discoveries. It appeals to the historian, the variety hunter, and the condition purist all at once, offering multiple avenues for specialized collection. Its story encapsulates the end of a global conflict and a curious minting anomaly, intertwining broad history with intricate detail. In final assessment, the 1945 Lincoln wheat cent holds a secure and celebrated position in American numismatics. Its value is driven not by a single factor, but by the powerful convergence of historical timing, conditional scarcity for Philadelphia coins, and the legendary status of its Micro S variety. For the general collector, it is an essential and affordable piece of 1940s history. For the advanced specialist, it represents a pinnacle of variety collecting and a serious financial investment. The market for its rarest manifestations is well established and active, ensuring that this coin from the year of victory will continue to be sought, studied, and prized for its unique story and enduring legacy.